Ha ha ha. We are such terrible bandits now. We will put a lot of dynamite and blow up this bridge so that these stupid residents who make us laugh so much that we just want to make fun of them can no longer walk on it. How good it is that we can do this and will remain unpunished.
All right, let's get started. Today I had an incredibly cool idea to build a house under the bridge that we are here. And we will live there. Cool. And there will always be shade, because we will need a bridge. I think that this is just an incredibly cool idea. How cool that I thought of it. But now, we need to go as quickly as possible to the cellar to buy all the necessary materials to build our incredibly cool house in which we will always live and have a lot of fun. I am so glad that we pray to do this with you and my best friend. Why have we already come to our good friend and always cheerful seller who will now give us all the necessary materials? He needs us 3 special chests, which will have everything so that we can build this house. This is wonderful, what? Now we can go further and start building our cool house.
I completely agree with you. Your idea is simply incredibly cool. And now you and I will run as quickly as possible to this. We are a chair, and there, under the bridge, right on the water, he is looking for our cool, incredibly beautiful house to build in which everything will be absolutely perfect. And everyone will envy us that we have such a cool house on the water, under the bridge, because no one has ever had such a house. There will never be one, because we are the first to build such an incredibly good house. So you and I came, we put all the chests, and now we can start building this cool house.
Right now, you and I are starting to build our incredibly cool house on the water, and I am sure that no one else will ever have such a cool house. Firstly, you and I need to make very stable structures on which this house will be held, so that when there is a thunderstorm or some waves, our house will not be washed away, and you and I will not float away into the open ocean. I am sure that you and I will not allow this to happen. And now we will work everything out so that everything is as perfect as possible for us. It is so good that I came up with such a cool idea. This is such a cool entertainment with you, especially since you and I really love building, and it turns out to be a very cool building forever, and that old house has already become very bad and there was little space there. And now you and I will renovate our house and we will live in a new and cool house in which there will be a lot of space and it will be very cool. And you and I will be able to literally go swimming in the water right from our house. I think that this is simply incredible considering how hot it is outside now. Plus, we will have some cool shade. And in the winter, we will have protection from the snow. And I think that this is simply wonderful because you have provided for absolutely all the dangers that can lose us. Also, there are fewer sides from which monsters can attack us. And even if they are not going to go, they will linger in the water or drown. And in this way, we will protect ourselves as well as these zombies. And we will also protect ourselves from attacks by various bandits, because it will be much harder for them to attack us through the water than just on the ground. How cool it is that you and I have provided for all this. But we must not forget that you and I must make very strong walls. A ceiling, a floor, and of course, everything else. We must make beautiful windows with you. And then when you and I build our main house, we are inside, and we will build all sorts of cool decorations so that we like everything here, and we live great with you. We have been building for so long, but to be honest, I am not tired at all because I know that when you and I finish our construction, we will live in an incredibly beautiful, cool house, located right on the water, under this wonderful bridge. All the residents are now passing by and looking and do not understand what we are doing here. And then when we finish building, they will be shocked, because let's build an incredibly cool and big and classy house. It's just cool that you and I can do such things. If they don't do things, they just work at their job, because you and I really have a lot of money, and we can talk to you about doing such things. I understand that you and I are doing this together because you and I are a really cool team and best friends. And you and I always succeed. We always do everything as perfectly as possible because we are very smart, cool, and all cheerful. Honestly, I never think that I will take so long to build a house. Well, it just so happened that you and I really do this. We are doing it just great. We are great at building all these walls. And also, you and I are sure we are great at putting up these decorations. I want our house to have our cool computers with talents, cool chairs, refrigerators, play area, good bed, and also kitchens where we will eat with you, spend all our time. And also we will need to swallow TV, which we will watch. Cheerful, interesting films are even very important and very fun. Night has already fallen, and we are still building with you. And honestly speaking, it is not a bit difficult for me. On the contrary, I like doing it. Honestly speaking, even as a child, I really loved building different buildings. And it has always attracted me, because you could do whatever you want. And now I am also doing this. You and I can build absolutely anywhere we want, because I am open to all this honey for you and me. After all, you and I are best friends, an incredibly cool team. We always help each other. And that is why everything turns out wonderfully for us. And this house turned out to be incredibly cool for us too. Now we need to put up all the decorations that we need. As I already said, we need our cool computers in which we will play our favorite games, because they are really very cool computers. And we also need a TV on which I will watch my favorite TV series. And you will watch your favorite movie. As usual, you must not forget about the coolest kitchen in general. In this village, you and I will cook all sorts of delicious delicacies there, and then eat them together and watch our movies. I think that this is really very cool that I thought of this. After all, I am very smart and very cool. You and I have already set up so much, and I feel that soon, you and I will finish building this house, and we will just have all my time and live great. This is how I love it. I just can't even put it into words. How good it is that this seller who sold us all these materials turned out to be really good, because all these materials that we are now using with you are really very good and incredibly cool. It's good that he was able to do all this, and I am so glad that he gave us the coolest materials. They are not defective at all, and they will also serve us for many years. And I think that is just very good. You and I are doing such a great job of making our house. It's just incredible. It's even better than I could have imagined, because I think it will just be a good house. And it turned out to be simply stunning. And all the residents will be simply shocked by our cool and beautiful house. Because you and I really tried very hard, and it looks simply incredibly cool. How good it is that you and I are so great at building everything here, and we made simply an incredibly cool and beautiful house. We only have a couple of very small improvements left, and then our house is as perfect as possible, and I'm so glad that you and I were able to do this together, as the best friends and the coolest. I'm so glad that you and I are doing all this well, and you and I are simply incredible, and everything is always very good with us. I so want you and I to finish building the house and just spend time together. Next to this cool river, and next to this cool bridge that is right above us, it's simply an incredibly cool adventure that I'm very happy about. And most of all, I'm glad that you and I are going through this adventure together. As best friends, it's incredible. Cool, I like it all very much, and I am very happy about it.
You and I really tried very hard, and our house turned out to be just incredibly beautiful and very cool, and it has everything that you and I need for a comfortable life. Well, now let's go to bed together. After all, you and I have worked very hard, and we need to rest. After all, we really tried hard and deserve to rest. You and I really slept very well, so now you suggest that we go for a walk around our village. Because the residents look at our house in a strange way. They are somehow very jealous that we have such a cool house. And it seems to me that they want to do something bad. But I hope that they are really normal, and everything will be fine with us, and we will cope with any difficulties. So now we can just go and have a good time, because we are in our beloved and beautiful village. How cool it is to walk around our beautiful village. I know that you and I have the coolest cool house in the village, and I am glad that you and I were able to build it together. It is wonderful and incredible.
How wonderful it was. You and I walked around our village. But no, inside our house, some terrible resident has placed a lot of dynamite. And now he wants to blow up our house. And we must not allow this. Because I want you and I to continue living in this beautiful and wonderful house. We spent so much time making it that it would be simply terrible if it were simply blown up now. It seems we were able to drive away one of these terrible residents. Now you and I can remove all this dynamite as quickly as possible so that it does not accidentally explode in your house. Well, it seems that dynamite has caught fire somewhere and we need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Otherwise, now we could also die. Oh no, this is simply terrible. Now our house is completely exploding and there is nothing left of it. This is just awful. They completely destroyed our house that you and I built for so long and worked so hard on it, and now all our things are gone. I am very angry. And so now you and I will go to our good friend the seller. We will take a lot of weapons and the coolest armor and take revenge for our house on these stupid residents who dared to attack it and make it just one emptiness. They will regret that they decided to contact us. What now? We took a lot of weapons from our good resident and paid him money for it. We now have really cool weapons and cool armor, and now with all this, we will go attack these terrible residents because of whom we lost our beautiful house. Well, now let's find these horrible residents and take revenge on them for everything and for the fact that they stole our cool house and all the things that were in it.
Finally, we found these terrible and scary residents. Hey, you stupid residents! Now we will take revenge for the fact that you took our house. You just decided to put a lot of dynamite there and blow it up because you were jealous that our house is much cooler than all yours put together. And now we will take revenge on you for the fact that you did such terrible things. Take it, stupid residents. We will defeat you all and leave nothing of you because you did a very bad deed and made us very angry. Now we have the coolest weapons and very cool armor. And you have no chance of victory because we will definitely defeat you very easily. After all, we are very evil and very cool. My friend and I are just an incredibly cool team because we are best friends, and therefore we can easily deal with all of you. Great victory is on our side because these stupid residents are becoming fewer and fewer, and we defeat them very easily because he really has a very cool advanced weapon. It is just incredibly good. Now victory will be ours, and then we will relax and drink coffee.
You really said it very cool, and we are doing very well at defeating them all. There are fewer and fewer of them now, and they have no chance at all to win because you and I are really seriously angry, and it seems that you and I were able to defeat absolutely all of these fools. This is simply incredibly cool because now we can go back and build a new house, and now no one will definitely break it.